I have scaled the highest mountains, crossed the deepest waters, all in a bid to bring you unique and distinctive traditional dishes from all over Ghana. Today, I have traveled several hundreds of kilometers to be at my current destination, Sandema, in the Bolsa district in the Upper East region of Ghana. Prepare to be wowed and wooed by the traditional dishes here. It's the Onga Food Tour, and it's brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. Ilele.
Mommy, can I help? Can I also help? What is this?
It's Onga.
What does it do?
It's the key to delicious food.
Onga gives any dish such a great taste and unique flavor that every meal is a special treat.
Can I help?
Always when the food is ready.
Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. And now, introducing the 50-gram sachet, which gives you more.
After eating it and you enjoy, you lick your fingers and everything, you only have to praise Onga, because at the end of the day, it is Onga that makes everything palatable. So you say, Onga, ilele.
All right, so you're welcome back again. And yes, I'm still in Sandema, capital of the Bolsa district in the Upper East region of Ghana. All right, Auntie Ilom, you're welcome to the Onga Food Tour.
Thank you.
And thanks for hosting us here in Sandema. I see you have a lot of cereals here. I see some millets, I see some rice. Oh my goodness. What are we going to prepare today?
We are going to prepare Pukore or Dakone.
All right, Pukore or Dakone. So it's the same meal.
It's the
Some
same
people
meal.
call it Pukore, others call it Dakone.
Yes.
Okay, who would call it Pukore and who would call it Dakone?
At times, the women, they call it Pukore. And the men calls it Dakone.
We're going to use both rice and millet. Yes. Amazing. The vegetation here is mainly grassland, interspersed with Guinea savanna woodland, and that's how it is that they farm, all of these legumes and cereals. So we're preparing Pukore or Dakone, and our saucepan on fire. Oh, well, you people, you don't like coal pots here. You're a bit more advanced.
We use coal pots,
okay,
and we equally use the gas.
Okay, the gas
because
cookers.
we've been discouraged from using charcoal because we cut down
The trees, burning all the trees.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Maybe we'll stop using coal pots on the Onga Food Tour. Maybe. We like to go local and traditional, but yes. So I mean, just plant the trees you cut down. Practice afforestation. All right. So what do you do, Auntie Ayala?
Oh, I'm a teacher.
You're
by
a teacher.
profession.
I've noticed how about 70%, in fact, a little more than 70% of the dwellers in all three northern regions are literate. They can actually read and write. I think that's just remarkable. You people love to go to school.
Thank you very much.
And then you're a teacher, and so it goes a long way to confirm. Okay, I should help out. So let me get my apron. Okay. All right. So we have some water on fire, and what is this? Blended tomatoes. Okay. Just tomatoes?
Yes.
Just
pepper.
tomatoes and pepper. Okay. So tomatoes and pepper, and we're pouring in the water that's on fire. Notice the water is not boiling, so your water doesn't have to boil.
No.
Oh, you're cooking two separate meals?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
We are using one for the rice
And one for the millet. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually thought it was one meal. So which one is Pukore and which one is Dakone?
They are all called Pukore, with differences. The rich people use the rice, and
the less privileged would use the millet, and then the rich people will use the rice. Yes. You see, but then the less privileged are actually eating the good one. because rice is more starchy than millet. Yes, see, oh, this world. So which one is the rice? Which one is the rice meal?
It's the same.
Okay, so you can use rice or millet. Okay, but you are showing us that the less privileged use millet, and then the affluent ones would use the rice. Okay, but it's still the same thing. Pukore or Dakone. I got it. Okay, so what kind of a name is Ayilem? Your name, your local name, Ayilem. What does it mean?
Ayilem means, our people are said that they give names according to what happens in the family or the client
during your birth. Okay, so she just added some dried fish. What do you call this fish in Bole? Jumpelu. And now she's adding some fish powder. Which fish is this? The same thing. Oh, okay. So you saw her add, some whole dry fish, and then this is just the powdered fish. I know you people also eat a lot of emane, which I learned was called jumbila. See? And then there's now some dawadawa. This is dawadawa,
and it is very good for the health.
Yes. I'm told. I hear it stabilizes one's blood pressure. So those who have BP issues, those who are hypertensive, can stabilize their BP. By consuming more dawadawa.
Good.
Yeah.
And this takes the place of meat.
I see. It's also proteinous. Amazing. Yeah. And again, it's a local spice. It's a local seasoning here. This is another bonde. How do you say bonde in Bole? Something that is stale, but you want to eat a bonde. You know what I mean? How do you say it? Say it. Masum. We've just added a masum bonde. Actually, I've been told to say this in English, which is stink sweet. This is ridiculous. All right, okay. So we're preparing Dakone and Pukore. Now it's the same meal, except that one is made with millet and another with rice. Apparently, it's the less affluent who would use the millet, and then the more affluent would use their rice. All right.
This is onga.
Of course, you're going to use the onga seasoning. You want the shrimp?
The shrimp.
Okay. Yes, that's the shrimp powder. All right, so she helps herself to 1 sachet of onga shrimp powder. You know that onga has some iodine in it. Okay, and since you're a teacher, you know the health benefits of iodine. Yes. So, but just to refresh your memories, and for those who don't know, you need iodine in your diet every day. There's some people whose hair just will not grow. There's something wrong with their hair follicles, But if you get, the required amount of iodine in your diet on a daily basis, you're going to have natural hair growth.
This is Singpam granite.
This is Singpam granite. Okay.
We are going to.
So we're adding. This is crushed granite. It's actually pounded. What did you do to it?
Yeah,
it's pounded.
Pounded.
All right. So it's just you didn't boil, you didn't roast your granite.
No.
Fresh granite, which we pounded, and then we're
adding to.
Okay. Remember, we're virtually preparing the same meal, Pukore or Dakone. It's just that one is with millet and another is with rice. And so you see that we're gonna divide everything into two halves. So what goes in saucepan A will go in saucepan B, except for the rice and the millet. That's the difference. Okay. So you were telling me the meaning of your name, how it is that they name you depending on the circumstances surrounding your birth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like my father was somebody who so many people look up to.
I see.
And anytime they are in problems, they run to him. When they are happy too, they run to him. And actually, that day he was on his normal rounds, and
when your mother was in labor.
So they had to go chasing him. That your daughter-in-law is in labor, and he said, "Don't worry, these people, they are just swinging me round for their problems to be solved. But when mine comes, nobody I have to come there myself." So immediately he got to the house, they gave birth to me, and he gave me that name.
So Ayele means what?
Swing me around.
Oh, that's interesting. Swinging me around. I see. Talking about swinging, I remember when I was in Tamale I was taught, a few dances.
Yeah.
I remember the Bamaya. Bamaya actually, women don't do the dance. It's a bit, too energetic. So it's only men who do it. But, I tried to do the Bamaya. Do you have any dances here in Sandema?
Yes.
You do? What?
Oh,
What are
we
some of
have
them?
a lot of.
Okay, give me a few. You
we
seem
have
like you're very
duelinka.
agile. What is duelinka? Dance it for me.
Duelinka.
There you go.
Adama dieluma, Adama dieluma, Adama
All right, so this is called what? Duelimka. This is one of the dances. Another?
Yes. Then the other one is I feel like can you young of someone, can you young of someone, not but someone, I feel like can you young of someone, can you young of someone.
My goodness. These people are so energetic. It's amazing. I'm not even going to attempt doing all of these dances.
Oh,
they'll
it's easy for you to
sap all my energy. Are you sure?
Yes.
Let me finish eating my Pukore and Dakone and then I'll do the dances, okay?
This is millet.
This is millet.
And
but we've crushed it a bit.
Yes, we've crushed it a bit.
But it's still rough. It's almost whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to, just add this to what you're cooking. It will settle down and bend.
Okay.
So because of that, it will have lumps in it.
Yes, it will get lumpy. Okay.
Good.
Okay.
So because of that, you need to add oil.
That would be shea butter, isn't it? This is shea butter. Yay!
So you need to add.
We're going to pour in our millet. We crush the millet a bit, so it's still not, all that powdered. It isn't exactly a flour. It's still a bit whole. But, before we put the millet into our mixture on fire, into our Pukore on fire, we have to add a bit of oil. You know that they have a lot of shea nut trees here from which they get their shea butter. So, they eat a lot of, they use a lot of shea oil.
So when it starts boiling,
then we fetch it in. So we're going to wait for this to boil. All right. So are we going to add oil to the rice as well for the rich people's Pukore? No. Okay. For rice, we're not afraid that it's going to
we
settle
will put
and
the
burn.
oil into the water.
Directly into the water. Just like you're preparing angwamo. How you do it? You pour the oil into the water. I like that. She's giving me a thumbs up. Like, yeah, I know I'm good. All right. So Pukore or Dakone is what we're preparing today in Sandema, capital of the Bulsa district in the Upper East region of Ghana. I just love it here. I feel like I'm so at home here, and indeed I am, because I have family here, our family who come from here, who hail from here, and I'm just, elated to be here.
So the reactions are
Yes, people are really loving it. So what do you think? It's the same reaction everywhere. It's official. The food revolution is here. Cooks and households everywhere are scrambling for Onga shrimp cubes.
Are you there?
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
All right, so the Pukore or Dakone, is boiling, and so both, are boiling. We've washed our rice, but this is local rice.
Yes.
I know the local rice takes, longer to boil than imported rice.
That is true. But this time of the year, because it has been raining, everything
okay, so it's soft. The grains are all soft. So everything is soft. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we've washed our local rice.
So, we would put in the oil.
Okay, so we're putting in the oil. This is shea oil. This is shea butter, which we melted, which we fried a bit. So it's like this. So with the Pukore, which is the millet Pukore for the less affluent, we put the oil in the millet because we don't want it to get stuck, in the bottom of the pan or get stuck to the bottom of the pan. However, with the Pukore rice, you put the oil in the soup. You know what I mean? Like you're preparing your angwamo, you put the oil in the soup. All right. This is just fantastic. So what are some of the festivals you celebrate here?
We have the Fiok Festival here.
Oh yes, I've heard about the Fiok Festival.
And it's very lovely.
Yes, I'm told there's a cooking competition, and I've actually been, given an invitation.
Wow.
So I am going to honor the invitation.
Then it will be great.
When is it celebrated?
It's always celebrated once in a year.
Okay.
And that is in December.
In December. Okay.
The second week of December.
All right. Okay.
Into the third week.
Into the third. Yeah. Terrific. We will be here. Is Fiok the only festival you celebrate?
Yes.
Okay. So exactly what is that festival about? Can you tell us?
This festival has been put in place so that we remember our forefathers' struggle to keep us back in Bulsa from the slave raiders.
Ah, yes. Struggle for liberation.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also want to give thanks to the Almighty God and our ancestors for all Bamba harvest during the year.
Okay.
So they are is 2 in 1.
Okay. Yeah. Right. That's nice. All right. So we stir our rice. This is the Pukore rice. This is supposed to be for those of us who are affluent. But I would like to do the millet though, because I think I've had enough starch. I mean, obviously. So I'd like to do the millet. So yeah.
Would you want to help?
By all means. How do I do? I should just fetch it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it as
I don't want it to get lumpy and then
No,
you blame me that I made it lumpy. It won't get lumpy because we've already mixed some oil into it. So the oil has greased it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't
All right.
worry.
So I shouldn't worry. Okay. So this is the millet Pukore or Dakone. Call it Pukore if you're a woman. I'm a woman, so I'd better be calling it Pukore. Oh, Pukore. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Well, I'm an amateur, so I'm yet to get the hang of it. Okay. All of it? Should I put in all of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it going to be like millet jollof or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then the rice is going to be like jollof.
But a bit softer than.
But a bit softer than jollof. Remember, right now, as it is, because we added some crushed fresh groundnuts, it's almost like groundnut soup too.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just fantastic.
And I know why they did this was, you can get almost everything that will make a balanced diet.
Absolutely, in this. That's such a terrific point.
And it is the quickest. Yeah.
Okay.
The quickest food in Bulsa
to prepare.
So far. Yes.
I see.
I
like quick meals.
Yes.
I like quickies. Because you're tired, you've come home from work, the kids are hungry, your husband is hungry. You want to do something very quick in the kitchen and feed everybody. Okay.
So after this, let's put in our other cubes.
Okay. Now we're going to add so you want the shrimp again. Of course, anytime you're preparing your meals and there's some fish in it, by all means use your Onga shrimp tablet. It just enhances your fishy taste and aroma. Okay, so what we do to A, we do to B. Okay, one for you, one for me. That's how it is. All right, so Pukore. I should call it Pukore because I'm a woman, but if you're a man, call it Dakone. Here you are. So you were saying something about all of this, this being a balanced diet. Almost everything you need in your diet, is here. I have a few foreign friends, and sometimes I laugh at them. I tease them. I tease them in the sense that, sometimes they lay their table, it's time for dinner, and they lay their table, and there's so many bowls, there's a bit of soup, there's a bit of salad, there's a bit of, a bit of everything. I tell them, you know what, we don't waste time, we put it all in at once. That's how we prepare our meals. Yeah. And so there's everything you need in here. I mean, think about it, you have your millet here, and so of course, you're going to have some roughage, and you need this, to keep your colon healthy. It's going to give you regular bowel movements, and you keep your colon healthy, and you finish our oil here. All right, okay. So we've added the rest of the oil. Again, the oil is going to help grease the base of the pan and the millet in it, so that the millet will not get stuck, to the bottom of the pan. Yes. So you can't hear the kanzo. You can't hear it's still smooth. So we don't. But some of us like kanzo. They are seeing.
You will get
some of us like
some, but not so
the
bad.
under.
Yeah, it will be there.
It will be there.
Yes.
Almost like the under. So you you know what I mean. You rear the thing is. Yes. Okay.
So with now, you can taste to find out whether your salt.
Okay. So you're cooking. So you taste for now. I don't eat much salt, and you know why? Because you know you shouldn't. And I like the fact that we didn't use any salt first. You know, we put in our onga seasonings. You know, and then now she's going to check if she's content with the salt, and it's just right. There you go. So you have all the salt you need in your onga seasonings, because you don't want to consume too much salt. That's not good for you. Yeah. That's right. In fact, moderation is key. So everything should be moderate. Taken in moderation. Yes. Auntie, I yellow. Auntie, I yellow.
You would love to taste it.
I would. No, well then I would. Let me taste it. I'd like to taste the rice first. The rice pukore first. Yeah. This is my spoon. It's my special spoon, so I'm allowed to taste from it. Yeah. Oh, you're right. I should have tasted this early. So and I love grana soup, and this is just like grana soup. So it's like I'm doing grana soup jollof. Oh my goodness! And then the millet is also in here.
We are going to blow the fire now for it to
yes. All right. So this is going to be our dinner here in Sandema, capital of the Bolsa district. You can see it's getting dark, but yes, the time is just right for dinner. So, and I like the fact it's not too heavy. Again, this is it's not like you're eating your banku or your fufu or your tuwo. I mean, everything is in it, so it's not too heavy, and so this is just right for dinner, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. So it's the Onga Food from Sandema in the Bolsa district in the Upper East region of Ghana. I'm with Auntie Ayelam. Ayelam means singing. You're singing me around, sing it. It's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
And she can indeed wriggle her waist. You can actually swing yourself.
Thank you.
All right, Onga Food, she says thank you. That is a compliment. Onga Food, worship by Onga. Mama's helping hand. Ilele.
Ilele.
Mommy, can I help? Can I also help? What is this?
It's Onga.
What does it do?
It's the key to delicious food.
Onga gives any dish such a great taste and unique flavor that every meal is a special treat.
Can I help?
Always when the food is ready.
Onga, Mama's helping hand. And now, introducing the 50-gram sachet, which gives you more.
So our pukore and dakone, is done. It's just the same thing. Just one is, a millet meal and the other is a rice meal, but it's just the same process. This is fabulous. I haven't seen anything like this again ever on the Onga Food. So this is what Auntie Ayelam, the swinging safari, has prepared for us in Sandema. So I'm joined by Awangame, Anayire, and Kabonab. Kabonab is a sub-chief. Anayire is the chief's rep, and you actually have a message for us. What's that? Speak in Boli, and then I'm going to do the interpretation.
Fine. Son Nawa, Nab, Azatun, Azaso. On my corner, Burugini. And go to man if you know what you embark. To Amayans on Kulapo, Ama Mare, Atonia Tini, and the Pukore Rugin, I gave you a sour. Didn't start to Muko and I, Azane, Azatuna. I'm.
Okay, that's right. All right, so what he just said is that, the chief was invited here, but he had to, attend a meeting, and that's how come it is that he delegated Mr. Anayere to be here. All right, so our Pukore and Dakone, well, is done, and I want to taste the rice Pukore first, and then, after that we do the millet Pukore or Dakone. But let's serve first. All right, so what will you have, rice or millet?
The millet.
The millet. Okay, so I guess you will serve him. Remember, you're serving the chief. All right, so here's your Onga spoon. And Muniratu will also have the rice pukore. Yes. And that's enough. I'm on a diet, so that's enough. Thank you. That's my fork. Yes. All right. So, please, let's dig in. Okay. So, are you going to pray?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pray.
So let's pray. Yeah.
Okay. The Father, you give us this food this evening. So put your hand on it and bless for us, so that the thing is made very successful.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen. Easy. The Father has put his hand on my pukore and my dakone. Okay. Yes, this is where you know who is genuine and who is not. There's no, there's no talking. It's just some sounds. And and the oohs and the ahs. Yes.
Too much. Masapa.
This food is prepared just because it's the fastest meal. Yes. And that's a widow or a man without a wife.
Yes, a man whose wife is dead. A widow.
If you get small rice, you would want to cook. Those days, when they hear your house pounding, everybody will be watching and timing you to come and participate. But thinking that he's going to prepare rice, soup, and everything, by the time he comes, he has cleared and washed his hands and is sitting down. That is why
that's a tricky one. Okay, yeah. Terrific. So this is our dinner here in Sandema in the Bolsa district in the Upper East region of Ghana. So it's the Onga Food. Thank you so much. Please tell the chief we're grateful. We're eternally grateful to him for delegating you to be here in this day. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Ma, Nagode, how is it? Jem. Auntie Ireland, thank you. Such a pleasure. You're so sweet. So it's the Onga Food from Sandema in the Upper East region of Ghana. It's actually the capital of the Bolsa district. Yes, in the Upper East region of Ghana. Auntie Ireland, the swinging safari, has prepared Pukore or Dakone. Onga Food brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. Ilele.
You only have to praise Onga, because at the end of the day, it is Onga that makes everything palatable. So you say, Onga, ilele.